Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 124 of Brew Talk with Mr. Beer. My name is Robert Lewis. I will once again be your host for today's show. Every show, we really appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in and watch our videos. Hopefully you're enjoying them. Hopefully you're learning something. If you would ever want to reference our videos in a written form, you can just go to our blog page, mrbeer.com/blog, or just go to Mr. Beer and click on the blog button. And it'll get you right there. There's a search feature on the blog, so you can type in your question there. You can just filter by brew talk. So if you have a question about like water to use, and we have a video on that, and you just want to go read about it or find the certain type of water you're using instead of listening to me ramble on for 10 minutes, then that's probably the best way to go. So I got a quick topic for you guys related to, I think you guys enjoyed last week's video talking about the new advanced brewing recipes. So late last week, we launched some other new recipes, which is what I'm going to talk a little bit about today. This is what do you need to brew Mr. Beer's new 5-gallon recipes. So we added these near the end of last week. I think it was Thursday. I posted about it in the Facebook group, just kind of give people a heads up. I know we have some 5-gallon brewers out there. But with the launch of these 5-gallon recipes, what we're doing is we're hoping to expand the offerings for those of our customers who are already brewed 5 gallons, obviously, and also for those who are interested in scaling and brewing more beer. This would be a great way for you to do that. We are owned by Cooper's Brewery, and we do sell all of the Cooper's malt extracts or hopped malt extracts. So if you look on our website under the 5-gallon category, there's a Cooper's DIY kit in there. Then there's all the 5-gallon refills. So we decided to add some 5-gallon recipes as well. They kind of just take that up to the next level. And then, so I'm sure you're wondering, if you don't brew 5 gallons, what extra stuff do you need to brew that volume of beer? And it's actually not that much at all, since it's still kind of based in the hopped malt extract category. So like I said, for the 5-gallon recipes, we use the Cooper's HMEs as a base. So like with most of our recipes, when starting at the HME as a base, you don't need a lot of extra equipment. Most things that you already have in your house or that you're already using to brew will work just fine for what you need. Obviously, the first thing you will need that you probably don't have is a 5-gallon fermenter. You can split like a 5-gallon batch between 2 LBKs. I've seen a lot of people do that before. If you want to do that, that's totally fine. Just make sure you're splitting it equally, so you're not, you want to make sure you don't get one that's stronger than the other one, or vice versa. But doing that, if you want to brew a 5-gallon batch and split it, is a great way to test like additional flavors. If you want to pitch different yeast, if you want to pitch different adjuncts or all kinds of different stuff, it's a great way to test that. We might actually do a video on that. I just thought of that on the spot. That's an interesting topic. So the first thing you'll need is a 5-gallon fermenter. I'd recommend getting the Cooper's 5-gallon fermenter. It's on our website under the 5-gallon category. It's actually really awesome fermenter. It's got a spigot for easy bottling. It's got a big lid and a huge round opening that makes it very easy to use. In the bottom, it's got little legs on it at the very bottom. It's actually got a little conical shape to it, which most people don't know about it. I forget the degrees, but it's very slight, but it's enough to where all that trouble will collect underneath at the very bottom, underneath the spigot, and kind of settles down in there so it doesn't, mess with any of your beer. So it's a really awesome fermenter. It has a Krausen collar, can actually hold up to 8.9 gallons. So if you want to brew a big old batch of beer, get that bad boy, you can brew it. So first thing you need is a 5-gallon fermenter. And once you have that, you'll need at least a 1 to 2 gallon pot for your boils. So it depends on the recipe and what you're wanting to brew. Right now the recipes we have are HME base, so they're about 1 gallon boil volume, which is what we have. You add 1 gallon of water, but we are going to work on adding some like advanced 5-gallon recipes where you're going to do longer boils with either UME or DME. So I'd keep an eye out for those, but you need a 1 to 2 gallon pot. You need enough bottles to bottle 5 gallons or about 19 liters of beer. So this would be about 30 of the 740 milliliter bottles that we sell on our website. We did create a 2-pack bottle bundle that can be found under the 5-gallon category. These are with the Cooper's 5-gallon bottles. They come in a 15-pack, so it's 2 packs of 15, which equals 30 bottles. Get you all good to go there. But that's pretty much it. You don't need a lot. So to recap, you usually need 5-gallon fermenter, 1 to 2 gallon pot, all your other regular equipment that you have already to brew. So a can opener. You don't need a funnel, you need a can opener, like a spatula, mixing spoon, a whisk, measuring cup, all that usual stuff. Extra stuff, just the 1 to 2 1 to 2 gallon pot, the 5 gallon fermenter, and 37 40 milliliter bottles. If you already got most of that stuff, you see the fermenter. Like I said, you can buy that separately on our website, so make sure to check it out. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. Like I said, it was a pretty quick one. Just kind of wanted to go over some questions that people might have about what they need to brew that or why we did those. And like I said, it's just because we have some 5 gallon brewers already. Wanted to expand that option for them. And also, like I said, for those that are looking to brew more beer with a bigger setup, we're going up into that 5 gallon category. By the end of the month, we're going to have a lot more of 5 gallon recipes and some more of the advanced brewing series recipes as well. You guys really seem to like those. So just keep an eye on the website. We're not going to be announcing new recipes in a big email release like we've done in months past, because we're going to kind of release them, trickle them out here and there. So just keep an eye on it. We'll try to update you guys in the Facebook group when they come out. But I mean, near the end of the week, just give the website a check, look at our recent sales, see what recipes are new. We're gonna have a lot of new stuff coming down the pipe. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like or a comment. We really appreciate that. Make sure you're following us on all social media platforms. We're just at Mr.Beer on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube is where we're most active. If you're posting anything about Mr.Beer, especially on Instagram, make sure to tag us. You can use the hashtag Mr.Beer. Those are a little harder for us to find sometimes, but just do an at Mr.Beer and tag us in your post, tag us in the image, tag us in the products, whatever you want to do, and we can share it. We love seeing those. And I mentioned earlier our Facebook group. If you want to learn more about Mr.Beer or brewing with Mr.Beer, join our Facebook group, Mr.Beer's Brewing Society. Just find that by searching Mr.Beer's Brewing Society on Facebook. It's going to wrap it up for this week, and I will talk to you guys next week. Cheers. Cheers.